which is to adopt the changes, the changed recommendations that have come from Finance and Performance. I don't particularly want to entertain new debate around the proposals, but I would like to have a vote on the ACIL proposal again. It's probably best that we don't entertain a debate. But
if you're going to have it again, we're going to have a debate.
Yes, of course.
You can't have it both ways.
Oh,
That's ridiculous.
Well,
point of order. Let's not be rude to people.
No, we have debated the issue already. I've brought to your attention, Councillor Lee, my concerns, and I've expressed those to you personally and to other councillors. I'm conscious of the fact that other councillors here have other engagements they've got to go to. Reopening the debate on this or any other measure that people would want to put to a vote, I think would be unhelpful.
Why do you want to... You're reopening it. You're reopening it, but denying the right to debate it. That's just ridiculous.
Not denying any right. I'm just suggesting we have debated it, Councillor, and you understand why I'm doing it. Okay? Shall we...
Point of order, Mr Chairman. If there isn't time for the debate, given that we have a governing body meeting on Thursday, could this meeting be adjourned?
There's an idea.
Let's deal with this.
I think we can deal with this. I think we can deal with it quite quickly now. It's a case of voting the particular. We've done it, and most of them were passed unanimously, apart from the last vote. So I'm going to run through. I'm going to run through the things that we've already passed unanimously, so that we can confirm them at this governing body. And I simply want to put the vote on item whatever the number was again, so we have the chance to examine whether we want to take to consultation or not the question of ACIL.
Mr Chairman, I had foreshadowed an amendment.
Yep, we can equally put your amendment, and preferably again without debate. So let's run through. Let's run through the amendments that we've got, the resolutions that we've got that are not subject to an amendment, and we'll take them one at a time. And if anybody...
Can we just put them as a block, Mr Mayor?
Please.
No, there is an amendment foreshadowed by Councillor Fletcher to item... Which one is it, Councillor Fletcher?
Mr Chairman,
Number
it's
6.
actually it's to two. So one relates to the amendment put in the Finance Committee by Councillor Simpson, and the other relates to the amendment put by Councillor Filipina. And I would hope, in the spirit of the open and genuine consultation that we want to entertain with the public of Auckland, that this could be reconsidered.
We've already voted on it, Councillor, and it was passed unanimously, but you're entitled to move an amendment. Do I take it that the amendment you want to move to Resolution 6 is to include the third option?
Yes.
It's up on the screen now.
Up on the screen, I'll just take it, everyone's read it. And yes, we did discuss these, and the votes were ones that were taken, but it is an opportunity.
You want to put the vote again? Yep. Okay, let's...
And Councillor Linda Cooper is seconding.
Yeah. Okay. Can I just move to put it on the agenda as well? Move the addition to the A of point number 8, the disestablishment of council-controlled organisation ACIL. Okay. So there's 3 things that are up there that will be subject to a vote where we're not... we'll vote on all of them, but there are 3 things that will be subject to a divided vote.
Excuse me, sir, just before you go, people can all just...
Question of clarification.
Free to consult on all of them.
5 and 6, will they be taken separately?
Each of those 3, 5 and 6 and 8 will be taken... I'll take all of them separately, in fact. We can do it on the voices unless you want a division, and if you want a division, we'll have a division on it.
Through you, Mr Mayor, can we not move everything else in block?
Well, just a minute. I'm just asking.
Deal with the amendments first.
I'm happy to do that, apart from
Apart from
5,
those three.
5, 6 and 8, okay?
Excuse me,
Shall we
no,
put that? Everything other than
Excuse me,
5,
excuse me,
6
excuse
and
me.
8?
There have been some people in finance and performance that have voted against the waste. So are you going to have that vote recorded against in this meeting as well?
That's not part of this. That's not part of this. The resolutions that we have in front of us. Okay. So it's been suggested that we take the recommendations other than 5, 6, and 8 together. I accept that recommendation. So I'll put all of the recommendations apart from 5, 6, and 8.
Oh,
Though-
can we just see them all again, just quickly?
Okay. they're on the screen. So I'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7.
Yep.
Okay. So all those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Sorry, it's seconded. I'll ask for Councillor Clow. To the contrary, no. Carried and carried unanimously. Let's come now to recommendation 6.
Sorry, can you put it on screen?
Let's have sorry, the first recommendation is 5, and this is to add back in the option of a fixed levy.
In the interests of consultation.
Okay, so everybody understand what we're voting on?
Is this the amendment?
Well,
We're voting on the amendment, which changes it from a targeted rate on capital value
Gives choice.
to also consult on a fixed
Both,
levy.
on both,
it adds both.
both. Yeah, consulting on both.
Okay,
Yes.
That's what it does. It's not an
everybody,
either or.
is everybody clear on what you're voting on here?
Mr Mayor, I'm not quite, are you moving both those red?
No,
moving
one.
Five.
No, we're
Five.
taking them one at a time.
Okay,
We're
thank
taking recommendation 5 as amended.
And then 6, okay.
Okay.
This just provides choice.
I would like to speak. Thank you.
Well, if we open it up for debate, I think we've already lost. The difficulty with doing it this way is that we will win or lose a motion depending on who had to leave and who's still here, and that's not the best way of doing it.
People are, I guess.
So, Mr Mayor,
Yep.
sorry, I think suggestion was made at the start, and I thought you were giving it some consideration as to perhaps having these last 3 items then on Thursday.
I'd rather
No.
do. I'd rather do that than have a result determined by who had to leave.
Yeah.
I think that's fairer.
I think that is a fair way to go.
Yep.
I would like to move that we adjourn this meeting.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Well, I think we need to have a motion that we carry over these recommendations to the governing body on Thursday
At 9:30.
at 9:30. Sorry?
Is that when
So
our
we-
meeting is?
Sorry, the officials would just like to have a minute to
It's going to
confirm.
be difficult for getting ready for the consultation document.
I'm not sure that that's a problem, but let's see what the officials need to confer about. I just think if people want to speak, then this will take quite some time again.
Happy not to speak.
And we will be basing our vote on who is here and who isn't here.
Can I speak?
Yeah. Please invite Matthew Walker to speak to.
So look, what we were conferring about there is just the practical realities of managing audit here. So we have to get a full second draft of the consultation document to them on Friday.
That's not fair.
So this will be tremendously challenging, but we understand
The vote now.
where you're at,
Just
but
do it
it
now.
does,
Vote now.
yeah, it makes it difficult for the team in that.
Vote now.
Do
We
it
would
now.
much prefer that if you
Mr
can.
Mayor, I would like to therefore propose that we adjourn this meeting until tomorrow after the Finance Committee.
Okay,
This
that's probably
Why
a
don't we do it in
sensible.
the morning, Mr Chairman, just before the finance? We can go into adjourn and do this
I-
straight
I-
away
I
for
think
the staff.
That gives staff an extra 2 days, so we can adjourn these decisions
Later, finance.
to the Finance and Performance meeting, and the Chair of Finance and Performance will determine where on the agenda it is, but obviously the sooner we can deal with that, the
It's a
better.
governing body.
So just a point of order.
Councillor
Sorry.
Filipaina.
Yep, just a point of order now in regards to the process, because what you've done, Your Worship, at the moment is approved some recommendations in the top part,
Yes.
and part of that first recommendations that we voted on were not deleted, but were taken out, that had an effect on the red number 6. And so it's around, and this is the point of order, what happens in regards to the recommendations that were not voted on, but were also part of A.
But they won't have to go to audit until after we've resolved this issue tomorrow, I think.
Talking about the vote that we've taken already.
Those are the things
and
that were
others that we
agreed
have.
unanimously. These amendments are still alive, and they will be alive until we've voted on them tomorrow, when everybody is aware that we're having the vote, and there can be the chance, if, as some councillors have indicated, they want to speak to them.
Mr Chairman, point of order. I agreed when you started the meeting to the block of votes being taken because you indicated some time restraints. If I had known you were going to change the ruling really midway through this meeting, I would not have agreed to that. And I think you have distorted, therefore, the opportunity for those of us who want to fully participate in the governing body debate of the LTP, which is an important document. My view is that you should take the votes now or defer the whole matter and reconsider all of the votes and not just those that were taken in a block in the interest of expediency.
I don't accept that point of view, councillor. We are not distorting anything other than potentially by voting on something when some members have gone because they couldn't stay. So I want every member to be able to have the right to vote on these amendments, which are quite important, and on a couple of them for further discussions to be had.
Well, then will we have the opportunity to raise some of those matters that were taken as a block?
Well, I can't see why you'd want to do that, councillor, if they were passed unanimously.
They were as a gracious act to enable you to take the meeting quickly. I think you will find that there will be quite some intense debate tomorrow, if that is your intention, because I, for one, feel completely misled by your chairmanship of this.
Well, I'm sorry that you feel misled. The fact is we have had information that they need to have the decision made earlier than what I expected, and that's why we've done it in that way.
So take the vote now.
I'm not. I'm accepting a motion that we should carry these over to discuss tomorrow. These are areas where there is a disagreement, and there needs to be some further discussion. We have voted in favour of things where there is no disagreement. So I can't accept that anybody is being disadvantaged by the ruling that I'm making. Councillor Filipaina.
Sorry, Chair, just to go back, if we go up to the top with all our recommendations, please.
Yep.
So what had happened was we stopped at, as you can see, we got 3, 4 and then 7.
Yep.
Right? So we've voted on those.
Yep.
We have 5, 6 left, so...
5, 6 and 8, yes.
Right, so they're just staying in abeyance, what you're saying, until... So the vote for the current ones that are there stays?
Yes.
And the other 3 that are part of A will now, and the rest, as well as the amendments, will then wait until tomorrow after the Finance and Performance Committee meeting.
Or during the Finance and Performance
During.
Committee.
Point of order. I have moved it as a procedural motion. I have not spoken in this re-debate, so I'm moving the procedural motion that we adjourn the meeting till tomorrow morning at 9:30, and needless to say, that means the Finance meeting will just be after we've completed the governing body meeting.
Okay, that's been moved, and it's has it been seconded? Seconded by Councillor Watson. A division has been called for. We'll put that resolution that we adjourn discussion until tomorrow. Okay, we'll do it. Can I ask officers please to conduct the vote?
Mayor Goff?
Aye.
Councillor Casey? She's not here.
Absent.
Deputy Mayor?
Aye.
Councillor Clow?
Aye.
Councillor Cooper?
Aye.
Councillor Darby?
For.
Councillor Filipaina?
For.
Councillor Fletcher,
No.
Councillor Hills,
Yes.
Councillor Hulse,
Yes.
Councillor Mike Lee,
No.
Councillor Newman,
Aye.
Councillor Quacks,
No.
Councillor Sayers,
No.
Councillor Simpson, Councillor Stewart,
No.
John Walker,
Aye.
Councillor Wayne Walker,
Yes.
He said no. John said no. John said
John Walker said
No, he said aye.
aye.
He said
Sorry.
aye.
Well, John can speak for
John, what
himself.
did you say?
Goodness me.
Yes.
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 Thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
Councillor Watson.
Wayne Walker,
Yes.
Councillor Watson.
Yes.
And this carried to a voice to 6.
Okay, so the meeting stands adjourned until 9:30 tomorrow morning. Thank you very much.
Suggested it.
I
Karen misheard
don't
him.
believe we should.